Darren Fox, who was going to go for it anyway, goes for it. Darren Fox goes for it. Wemby, 3 seconds left. The shot is off. Champions, champions. New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks are the new NBA champions. They celebrate as visitors at the Frostman Center. Celebrated Mike Brown, celebrated Shamit, celebrated Jamin, celebrated Branson, celebrated New York Knicks. The 53-year drought without being NBA champions has ended. Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally over. The game. 94-90 victory for the New York Knicks. They are the new NBA champions. They defeated the San Antonio Spurs 94-90. Did you experience it on the screen of Falso 9 TV? Iré with commentary from Santiago Aguirre and Tomás Aguilera, guys. I want your thoughts on the incredible match we watched on Falso 9 TV.
Absolutely. Faku, it was an exciting match, a thrilling game, and a series from start to finish that left us all moved. It's a series that touched most people. New York wins, they have to win a title, just like these 53 years of long waiting, winning, coming back from 29 points, turning around this game where we wanted to get an 18-point lead, always coming back from negative differences and beating the San Antonio Spurs, and getting back to what we discussed earlier, right? At the beginning, I think it was game three, the chip on the shoulder that this New York team had from losing that 99 final, right? With Tim Duncan, with Avery Johnson, with a Julius Irvin who couldn't play in that final due to injury, and a New York team that finally ends that drought by winning a series 4-1, right? Just like in '99, exactly like what we've experienced. But now, with a New York team that ends up being champion and finally gets a huge weight off its shoulders. Carl Anthony Towns, who we see there celebrating, a player who also had a great series, a player who has had his moments. His redemption, after maybe not such a good performance in the big game, he lived to show everything he is, like his redemption after what was maybe not such a good moment after Minnesota. Now he ends up showing everything he is as a excellent center. The Aguirre family and also one of the key pieces, right, to have understand this title. Jalen Brunson, who also, right, since he left as a free agent and arrived in New York, he became the face of this team. Let's remember that Jalen Brunson made a great financial effort by giving up a big contract, accepting, right? No. So that money could be used to bring in big stars. Josh Hart arrives, Michael Bridges arrives, Anthony Edwards obviously arrives, and that's what ends up making this championship worth it, right? A great game, a great playoffs for this New York team. The Vuelta and a title that will obviously be remembered for years and years.
Santi just said it. It's over. The New York Knicks drought is over. 53 years later, they're NBA champions again. You experienced it on Falso 9 TV. What a crazy thing we just lived through. Tommy, I want to hear from you. We just heard from Santi. Now I want to hear from you.
Yes, a series that I had the chance to follow from the very beginning. The Spurs with the Timberwolves, with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they made it to the finals. But I couldn't follow the New York Knicks series. But now we saw that the Knicks were crowned champions on the road. After 54 years, the Knicks, the franchise, now in basketball, because they're also in baseball, but now the basketball franchise was crowned champion on the road after 54 years. This is something that really draws a lot of attention. This group goes down in history. Jalen Brunson is crowned as the MVP of the game. Anthony Towns gave it everything. Hart and Anunoby as well. What can I say? Some amazing players who gave the championship to the Knicks. For me, this is one of the most important championships in Knicks history. No, because they hadn't won it since 1973. And this will be remembered. I think that, like Facu and Santi said, for many years, and well, we also have to talk about San Antonio, Buen Bayama, Devin Basel, Stephen Castle, Carter Bryan, Luke Cornett, and others. It's a project that they will continue for many years. It's a project that's just getting, and I think that next season they will keep their same players and San Antonio will come. Maybe now comes the change, the draft. A lot of changes are coming, new players are coming. They will change teams. Maybe we'll see some current players change teams, including from San Antonio. But anyway, what remains from this game is that yes, the New York Knicks fought from the bottom to win the games. They turned things around. They beat San Antonio in all four series, in all four games. And here you can see the quality of players that the New York Knicks have to go compete in the finals. And winning on the road, that stands out. Not even at home in a packed, crowded stadium. The Forest Bank let it bow down to the New York Knicks, who today were crowned champions after 54 years. And that's it. We also have to congratulate the players on this team and also San Antonio for everything they gave. But tonight is the night of the New York Knicks. I think today New York is going to explode. Times Square is exploding right now because of this New York Knicks championship.
All right, we heard Santi, we heard Tommy, who joined me in the commentary on this great night. Guys, thank you so much, really. And I also want to thank the people who joined us on the other side. But before we go, what Tommy just pointed out to me, what we said at the beginning of the broadcast, no matter who wins. Today, both teams from San Antonio totally deserve the recognition. Spurs, New York Knicks, honestly, they had a great season from both teams. But this time, it went their way. For the New York Knicks, 53 years later, NBA champions at the Frostman Center, this time it happened for them. New York Knicks, NBA champions. You experience it on the screen of Falso 9 TV.